Block Builder.
Hey guys, Block Builder here, and welcome back to another video. Here's the true final video of the Kingdom Crusaders. At least for now, unless I make another mecha, but there's no more surprise mecha after this one. They combine with Bowser, and it's sort of like that super powerful team-up mecha where like the villain and the good guy team up sometimes, like Power Rangers kind of stuff. So yeah, we're going to start off with Bowser's part because he forms like almost all of it. So let's get into that. Okay, so to transform Bowser into his part of the mecha, he's basically going to be this like frame effectively for all of the other ones to plug into. You're going to start off by turning him into Kingdom Captor mode pretty much. So you just unfold his legs. Of course I broke it. That's okay. Just keep unfolding his legs like this. Reattach what just snapped off. There we go. These are going to straighten out because these will not be the feet of combined form. You want to come back to the front of Bowser, so just fold this head down for now, and you're going to unpeg his chest and stuff again. He's going to become like a big floppy mess. These parts up here, after you fold his arms, you're going to fold his arms like this, compress his hands sort of together, and then that'll find a spot and then fold in like that to become a compact little shoulder, and then this part flips out for the arms to combine too. And there's one shoulder done. Do the same thing on this side here. Compress the hands, flip them until they can fit flat against this, rotate the connector part. Then these will flip up and plug into place, and those will become like shoulder pads. Like so. Sort of fold this forward so you guys can see. The Bowser head just comes forward because it's also part of the chest plate, and this we'll fix this part later. And next, kind of get this back, you're going to lift the legs all the way down. I'm not raising the camera until we're done probably, so that's why I'm just turning them in different directions. But you're just going to flip these legs down, get them out of the way. Come to the top part of the knees. Unplug these parts. And then this whole part will swing to the back like that for now. And then pretty much just get this out of the way. And these will go all the way back here when we're done. But we need to finish the other units first. So he's pretty much in his combined part, and he basically forms this. This will extend up more. That's why it's on these like piston pieces. Anyway, we're going to get this solidified by moving on to the next unit. So get this out of the way. Anyway, next up is Plumber Robot. Plumber Robot? Same difference. Plumber Robo is part of the combination. Get Flood off. Yet again, split the legs open, but this time just like this. And then this whole thing will rotate around, and these will form like hip panels. Because he's going to combine and sort of like ride inside of the... He basically solidifies the chest piece. His wings fold backward and flip down a little bit. And then you're going to lift his arms straight up. Rotate his fists. And what I like to do is actually rotate his arms around so that the tiled part is to the forward. Like so. And just kind of straighten everything out. Do the same thing on this side. Take this around. And fold this forward. And that's pretty much his part of the mecha. I'm going to have to mess with his hands a little bit once we get into combining it, because they actually plug inside of it. So you can actually come back here. I think the wings do something too. I haven't done it in a little while. Just kind of push these parts down and fold the wings. And yeah, that's his piece of the combination. So we will now combine the Bowser section and the Mario section. Alright, so I know Bowser looks like a pile of garbage right now, but that's just because he can't be solidified unless this part's connected. So connect Mario right here, and then these will fold down and sort of become the new sort of hip panels. So Mario's like sitting up there. And then this comes over top. Let me pop the legs off real fast so that you guys can actually, I can get this in camera much easier. Kind of get his legs like this. And then the rest of Bowser's parts, body, this all combine to the top and finish off the torso. So you kind of just extend this very, very like to the end of the bars. And this whole section will come over top. But you want to slide Mario's fin forward. Get Mario pretty much straight. And then this whole component, I'm going to flip Bowser's head out of the way. We'll come over top. And you're going to plug his hands into the studs up here. Just like this. Kind of straighten everything out. Get everything all situated. Now that that's like that, these broke out. You're going to want to plug those back in so that so that Mario has a little more support. And you can bend his arms forward until his head is like flat against the Bowser section. His crest just came off. Fit that right in there. Get this all lined up. And then the Bowser head just kind of comes over top. And that's pretty much that. And then this part just kind of goes on the back once we're finally done. So this is the torso. Let's just do the legs because that makes the most sense. So we'll be starting with Luigi's portion of the legs, which it's only Luigi and Bowser and Yoshi. But yeah, basically take Flood off again. Not Flood, whatever, the Poltergust. The other name I made for it's dumb, but it works. Get that out of the way. You're pretty much just turning him into his foot mode that he normally has. Combine that right there. Put that down like that. I think you just bend his head forward and flip the arms around. You basically just turn him into foot mode, like exactly how he was on Kingdom Crusader. Kind of all just folds up, plug those in, flip this around, and take that as well. And then this will all just connect like this. And then since he was the left leg originally, get those feet connected. Their feet basically become the feet anyway. Not this one, that's the Yoshi leg, but I was just moving it out of the way. Bring in Luigi's portion, and effectively there's these two studs here, and then this will flip up, and then this just combines to the back of his head. And then you take this heel piece, that'll fold back, and then this whole section kind of rotates, and then you sort of just want to angle it to the foot, and then it'll help solidify it. Get Bowser's leg down like that. Then this whole section comes up, folds in, and that'll all just lay flat against the back of the leg. Or you can compress this up, and then fold this in, and then fold that up. Just give the knee a bit more room. Basically, like that. And it looks much better from the front. Not sure what's going on exactly right now. But there is that leg, and you're going to want to go ahead and tilt it because of coolness. So, onto Yoshi's part. Yoshi, transform him exactly the same as how he was in Mario Mecha Kingdom Crusader. Just want to fold everything around, flip his hands backward, break it off, put it back on. Just going to kind of turn that. That'll plug right onto there. Get everything aligned again. The only problem with Yoshi is that his head is very, fragile. I forgot to push Yoshi's head forward like this. And then you can take the Bowser point, and then this stud plugs into the connection at the back of Yoshi's head. And you just want to plug this part in, and then you plug in this section here, which will allow for this. And then you just do kind of the same thing with fixing up the back of the leg. Fold that back, flip this up. This thing comes in, fold this down, fold this up, and then this all goes to the back of the leg. And there's the other super robot leg all combined up. So there they are together. I'm going to go ahead and plug on the Bowser, the rest of the mecha. This one's much more easier to stand than like all of them because of the ratchet joints. So you can see by how he's standing immediately. Yes, you cannot see it. I do know this. That is because he is really, really big. You'll see him at the end. We're moving on to the final few sections now of this big boy. Get him out of the way. Next, we'll move on to Peach's part. Basically turn her into an arm like she normally is. Get her umbrella off. Fold the feet. Flip up the dress part. Fold these back like this. Except for his head. Her head will turn like this way, I think. She, I think, is, yeah, she's always this arm. Fold the feet straight. Open this up so that you can come and get the hand by rotating this around. Fold these back down. Flip the hand out. Get everything situated. There we go. Rotate this up. Fold the feet down after collapsing the dress. Kind of open it up a little bit and then fold the feet down. This will come down like that. Rotate the hand to just sort of be compressed. This is looking stupid. There we go. Once that's like that, there's basically Peach turns this way, and then that's pretty much it. Get the arms like this. Straighten them out. Actually, I think they go like this, maybe. I'm just going to leave them like that. Anyway, that's the arm. Onto Toad. So you take Toad and just do this. Flip his hand down. Rotate the arm sideways. This thing, just fold it in and then fold the other one in, and then Toad's head will turn like that. And those are the arms done. Now for the final component, we have Unit 07 Junior Robo. He will form the head. Didn't know where to put it. It worked. His legs are like the mouth plate. Fold all of him to the back, including his tail. And then this whole section, which is his shell, will become the giant mecha robot's hat. So you flip these up. That's not meant to happen. And you're going to slide the gold parts up and then fold them together. That'll go like that. Then you want to rotate this around. And then this part here is actually his like neck movement. This part will fold over the top after you sort of slide these down a little bit. And then you're going to align the horns right here. So it's like a combination of the two, because this is literally a combination of the two mecha. So you combine them together. Bowser Jr. becomes a little weird little backpack. You'll see why I said double backpack in a bit. But that pretty much just goes like this. And you can just fold them up how you wish. Like so. And now we'll combine the last few parts. Alright, now that the camera is super tall and unstable, we can move on to the final few pits. The final few bits, you're just going to take the Peach robot and those two studs up here on the shoulder. Combines right here. Angle the head more down. And actually these arms are in the way. There we go. Plug this on, like so. Then rotate the head. And pick up her ponytail that just broke off. Toad is much easier because you literally just plug him on. Okay. Of course, he immediately starts being troublesome. There we go. No. I said there we go. That means you're supposed to work. Here are the arms combined, which I think he's starting to shape up. I really think this guy looks super awesome once he's actually all done. But I also think all their modes look awesome. So Probably because I made it. Head goes onto the head spot by an incredibly strong one stud connection, you know. Always my favorite connections. Can't get much stronger than that. Pretty much that's it. He has a weird backpack, but one more thing actually. All right, the one more thing is just combine all their weapons in the hammer. And I didn't really think this far ahead because I never combined these together with the weapons. I mean, so you can kind of just take this and plug it somewhere. I know, very. So just take the weapons, very professional, you know, just know exactly how to combine things together. Just hope that it actually works. It won't work. Connect this thing here. You know, it'll just give that extra power to the hammer. Definitely. Really doesn't look that bad, honestly. Kind of fills it out. Anyway, here's World Crusader. Didn't say his name yet, obviously, even though it's in the title of the video. Why did I even... Maybe I won't put it there. Anyway, take the big, humongous, gigantic, awesome, really cool hammer. Spin this thing to this side. Break the handle off. Put it back on. Come to his hand. He's very far away from me right now. That's why it's slightly difficult to do this stuff. Now I'm more worried about the hammer breaking than him. But just kind of plug that into his hand. Spin this around. And he holds it like it's a tiny little mallet. So yeah, here's World Crusader. You can't see the other two mecha like at all. But I think he looks super awesome. We're going to sky mode. There's the legs. So you can see he just looks really cool. In my opinion, at least. He's just the ultimate combination of them all. Basically, they have to combine together to take on the super duper big bad guy and then kill him. That was the stand that just got in the camera. But at least you can see his head, you know, the cool part. I think the legs are cool too. Articulation, I probably shouldn't have put the hammer in. Ball joint shoulder, we'll just use Peach because they have the same articulation now pretty much. Elbow, ball joint. Hand, wrist, articulation, no waist. Same hips as Kingdom Captor, so it's just those ratchet joints. But now you have to move Mario's legs out of the way. The legs, ratchets, down here. Like that. And then the feet, ball jointed, like Kingdom Crusader. And yeah, he's pretty poseable, and he can actually take on some pretty good poses for how big and just big he is. But overall, I'm really happy with how the final combination turned out, and finally glad to actually review these guys. You can turn like Toad's head more forward because it fills it out more. I like to see all their heads. I think it's cool to see all the mechas' heads. I know it's weird, and I know that you can't see Bowser Jr., but I don't care about him. So, yeah, there he is. If you want to see him next to a minifigure, obviously the minifigure, you know, completely dwarfs him. You just like put him next to him. The minifigure is massive. So put him down next to him, and as you can see, like this guy's really tall. See, you can't even see that guy. And now I'm gonna spoil some stuff by doing some weird size comparisons. Here's a robot hand. You guys can guess what this is. This part's supposed to be black. That should help you guess what that is. And then same. You guys can try to guess what those are if you want. Although probably people won't. They'll just talk about how Mario is combined to Bowser or something. But yeah, I'm really happy with these guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this series. I think they turned out really good. I really like him, and I'm glad to put all of them combined back on my shelf and to stop reviewing them because it's taken a really long time. But I hope you guys enjoyed these. If you want instructions, I might, but like you'd have to comment. Like a lot of people would have to want them. So far I've only seen like one person like reference if I were to do them. But basically there's a lot of guys here and that would take a long time. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the World Crusader. And all of them, Kingdom Crusaders. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed World Crusader, and also I hope you enjoyed the Kingdom Crashers and just all the other mechas in here. I really enjoyed this guy, and I think he turned out pretty sweet. Block Builder, breaking out.